How you doing? Scotty Bear back with another video. It is officially day 21. It is feeling more like my normal life. Um, it has been a grind up to this point, and the action is not over yet. Feels like I've just basically catching my breath. So, a couple things I want to talk about on this morning's Wake and Bake is, honestly, if you are an early morning person, you may want to think twice about Mexico. Now, Tijuana seemed mostly okay. Like, there was a coffee shop open in Tijuana, which again has intense traffic around the border. So starting at 4 or 5 in the morning, so there are people moving around and buying and selling going on. Everything from street vendors trying to sell you their brew of coffee for like $1. There are Starbucks open in most cases, about 6, 5 if you're looking to go really near the border, 4 o'clock if you'll go over to the US side. But that around the border is more normal. I would say in most of Mexico that I've been to, that life doesn't really start till maybe 6, and that's just mainly the locals moving around trying to get in place for their everyday life. A couple interesting things still come up in Mexico, which really amaze me, right? Because the Americans do it so well. You show up, you get what you need, and in Mexico, sometimes that's not the case. A good example of this was I went to this wheat bread store. They specialize in only wheat. And they had a carrot cake that was off the fucking chain. And they hardly ever had it, which is probably really good for me. But they never had it. Another really interesting example is, and this comes up regularly, I'll visit some of these smaller coffee shops, local ones, which have amazing price. Actually, I got a coffee and a sandwich and 2 cookies, which I don't want, right? Little Mexican pastries, because Mexicans and coffee and pastries are like this. So, Paneria, you need a Paneria at 5 in the morning, no problemo. But you want to sit down for some coffee or something like that, no can do. And in most cases, I have walked in the coffee shop and, because parking is a big deal in Mexico. They have their exclusivo parking already, and you have to use those spots or they will tow your fucking ass straight the fuck out. And all of their spaces have been full. And probably, and from what I can tell, because I know them kind of well, it's from them. And there is 2 people in that restaurant. And this, is a plaza, micro plaza. So, and I walk in there and I park in some other place that's kind of close. So I keep my eye on the fucking car. And I go, amigos, there's no parking. And they're like, yes. And I'm just like, so what do I do? They just don't care. Another really interesting example of this, and honestly, with the peso being 20, all right, to $1, it is remarkable how often I walk into a business, a full-blown business, and I, not necessarily need change for 500, but I need, to buy a coffee with a 500 peso. It would blow your mind the amount of times that they just do not have cambio. So, and maybe, and honestly, to give them some credit, maybe I'm the first transaction or something, but, and that's totally fine. If you don't have change for $25 for your coffee, ay, ay, ay. So, there is that. So, my analysis behind this is really this. If you're an early morning person, if you love to sleep till noon, you are in heaven. You are in heaven. I would give my right arm, that's my left arm, but you know what I'm saying, to be able to sleep till 7:30. I'll take 7:30. 7:30. My eyes were awake at 4 a.m. I was ready to start work at 4 a.m. I'm not, complaining per se, because it's nice. You know what I'm saying? No one's out. It's beautiful. Beach is right behind me. Just hanging out, smoking pot, enjoying myself. Waiting for the coffee shop to open. I don't believe it's longer than maybe 10 more minutes now. I hope you're having a wonderful Thursday morning. It's really, by the way, it's really like 29 days till 2022. I don't know about you, but I was born in the 70s, and holy shit, things have changed. Anyway, have a wonderful Thursday morning.